Good morning, TWC. How you guys doing? We've got a beautiful summer day here over in and we've got the perfect game for Great Fairy War. And it's Lunatic. So what do you think about this game, Casey?
I really love this game. I've recently been scoring it, and I also have been following scoring activities for probably 9 years. The perfect number of years for this game. So I'm very excited also for these two players and what they have in store for us. They are pretty good contenders for some pretty big plays.
That's right, we've got GFW and RMY who We'll be telling you about these players a little more later. We have a special production here, but there's going to be there's going to be, in fact, a spreadsheet of slides. You won't believe what's in them. Absolutely not. But what do you think about this game, Shadnick, while we're here?
Well, if we can go about first of all, how's it going? This chat. If we go about my extended studies from the last 2 days on Great Fairy Wars, I will say there's going to be a very interesting game set of matches that we're going to see from this fine people over here. There's a lot of timing, a lot of calculations, a lot of eyes on top of everything else, and yeah, I'm just going to be expecting a lot of craziness going around because Lunatic, the Great Fairy Wars, it's a beast of its own. So it's gonna be exquisite.
Yeah, it's got. It's quite something.
Oh yeah, no, do not let that fool you though. Do not let that fool you because the amount of technicalities that you have to learn for this game alone, it's gonna make your mind boggling, and as you're about to see on the spreadsheet. By the way, spreadsheets are crazy.
So we are indeed broadcasting the Touhou World Cup, which is an annual international tournament featuring the Touhou project games. And today we've got 2 contestants duking it out in Great Fairy Wars, in Lunatic scoring. And we are also on Blue Sky, touhouworldcup.com, and also on touhouworldcup.com, coincidentally. Very surprising, I know. And because the game is a little shorter than most games, we've got 75 minutes of reset time for the players. And the raw score is converted to TWC score or TWC score because the different routes score a little differently. Some of them score less, some of them score more, so there's some reliable math behind the scenes figured out by smarter people than me that works it all into a nice little comparable number so the players can be competitive. Hopefully. Maybe.
Perhaps. Perchance. Well, as we said again, there's going to be a Great Fairy Wars Lunatic scoring in this category. It is imperative that our players will finish with the most amount of motivation, which, in short, for the least familiar, this is pretty much the equivalent of lives in a normal Touhou series. Of course, they're going to try their best to finish up as close or at maximum motivation, which is 1,000%. It's almost half the score. It's almost half the score, so you gotta take that into account. And how do you increase the motivation, you say, Shadnick? Well, the motivation will increase by defeating the enemies, damaging the bosses, freezing all over the place, and also that's another big aspect of scoring in this game. You gotta cover as much of the screen as possible whenever you're doing the freezes. There's gonna be like some very advanced mechanics like suiciding while doing freezes in order to make sure that the damage on the eyes it gets reduced on the enemy or the boss. That is very important because you want to make sure you make the most out of your freezes without having to damage as much the boss in question. So yeah, You're gonna see a lot of that. As
Do
for
we
the
have
scoring,
tech issues with robot voice going on, by the way? Just asking.
who's that?
You might have a bit of a robot voice going on. We might have to let you take a break so production can help you with that.
Oh, definitely. Beep, boop, bop, bop. To gain score,
Beautiful.
motivation, and. Do you see that beautiful number over there at the right side of the screen, guys? Yeah. Do you see
Absolutely.
it? That is outstanding, amazing. That is exquisite levels of scoring because of the eyes that our precious players will be spending out. It is important that our players, as I said before, they cover the most amount of screen with eyes because that will quantify the amount of score that they get. For about like 60% or bigger, the score will go like it will skyrocket all the way to 100%. We're probably not going to see 100%. Very unlikely, almost impossible, but close to 100%, yes. So we gotta make sure to cover as much of the screen as possible to make sure this happens quite often.
And curiously, the ice percent has a bigger number, but the score below it is actually a little more informative due to how the scaling works in a non-linear fashion.
And as you guys can see on this graph, this is not shot type because there's only one shot type in this game. That is no, by the way. The graph that we are watching here is the routes that the game that you can take throughout the game. It can be from A1, A2, B1, or MB2, C1, and C2. And that depends of which fairy you're gonna start with or finish the game with. So we're gonna probably see a lot of A2s, if I'm not mistaken. C1, no, C2s, A2s.
C1 and A2 is what we've been told.
Oh, got it. C1 and A2 is more than likely what we're going to be watching on this match.
All right, and then here we are. These are the cold-blooded killers who will be encasing the fairies in ice over and over. True war crime. First of all, we have gyou. Gyou scored Great Fairy Wars since at least 2011 when he was scoring hard. He also scored extra and achieved 96 million, and also A2 on the Lunatic with his most recent LNNs were in Wubok with Rainbow Otter and Yomu Wolf, but he's also got more LNNs in other games. Gyou almost got the C1 world record during TWC 2022 with 102.1 million when the world record was only 100k higher than that. And last year's TWC he got 96.1 million in C1, which was a loss for him. But after that match he got 103.9 million, which became the new world record. And right now the world record is sitting at 108 million achieved by Satis. But gyou is pretty close to this world record now with 107.2 million.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sadis couldn't make it to our Swedish studio. He's gonna have to suffer through Swedish summer on his own.
Yes, that's right.
I thought Swedish summer is nice over there.
Yeah. And then we have RMY, also known as Leo. Most of us know this player as Leo. He's been scoring since at least 2016, perhaps even earlier. First he got his world record in DDC. He got his first world record in DDC. Throughout the next month he improved to the score you see here. Then of course most of us know him as the champion score player of TD. And he picked up Great Fairy Wars scoring only a couple of months ago, as far as we know. For this game, he is a contender for the overall world record, which is currently held by one of our commentators here, Megapulse, aka Turska. And this morning, he got 129.2 million, which is about 700k from the record. So we have two serious contenders here for world record play here. Very exciting.
Absolutely,
just
and
keep
we've got
that score.
kickoff coming up in just 15 seconds, thereabouts, it seems.
Alrighty.
ごめん、土地出たら教えて。
Let us
Gyou choosing.
begin. Oh Lord. I was about to
Straight
ask,
into C route for Gyou here.
have you considered buying a new one? It is dirt cheap. Oh no, never mind. Oh no. No. You're gonna see on Lunatic. On Lunatic, you're gonna see a lot of suicidal bullets from the fairies whenever you defeat them. That is a very good source of. There's a very good source of ice that you're gonna get because, of course, in order for you to charge your ice power, you're gonna have to do two things: do damage, and most importantly, do grace.
There's also a mechanic where if you hold down the Z button, which repairs your ice, you regenerate ice power extra quickly while you are holding it down, which forces you into focused movement but have not yet released it. And it makes this funny swirly sound effect to indicate that happening.
Yeah, and also the revenge bullets give you extra grace, which allow you to refreeze your do your next ice more quickly, which is an upside to Lunatic. On hard, you only get revenge bullets from regular enemies, but on Lunatic, you also get these jelly beans
You can also
from
ice grace
bosses.
in this game. That is grace while your ice is already spreading, which is what Gyou is showing right now on the left.
Yeah, Gyou is doing that, and then he's doing a backside freeze. That was actually a strategy I came up with. You can get up to 60% ice if you do that. It's very good. And then he's using a bomb to freeze just before the knives go off screen. 73%, very good.
And we've got this hot section here, the knife rinse, which they kind of move towards you after coming on the screen, and you can set up some really big ones here.
Yeah, this is a very complicated section to route. And it can also be fairly difficult depending on what you're doing here.
Very clean, very clean.
Nice. Okay.
一発にしちゃったかい。
So now it's getting to the stage 1 boss here, into the sleeper non-spell, where you milk these waves until timeout.
Yeah, this is definitely the least interesting pattern to milk. It's just a single ring, nothing too exciting, and most of the freezes also won't really do a lot of damage.
That would be much funnier if that was Sunny Milk to milk.
Oh, absolutely. We'll be
That will
seeing
come
more of that,
later.
thankfully.
もういいよ。
For both routes, we will be seeing Sunny Milk in stage 2, and Sunny in stage 2 tends to be the best scoring opportunity for Sunny to show up.
Seems like we are
And like
getting Leo to the stage 1 boss as well. His first non-spell is a little spicier.
Yeah, I remember.
His yellow
this one.
bullets kind of bend towards you after they first float to the bottom, and you can kind of graze them on that, catch this urine that's spawning of jellies.
Yeah, that one takes a little bit of finesse because they're not as they're kind of too spread out for the ice sometimes to hit them all. But if you can manipulate it correctly,
also... No, go ahead.
Oh, if you can manipulate it correctly, like he's doing right now, like you might take good advantage of that by grazing.
Right, and there's also a damage management component here. You'll see that the boss is quite low on HP for Leo. He can't do a fully damaging freeze without taking risks, so he purposely made a worse one to spare the boss and milk until timeout. That's something you have to do on very many patterns in this game, since the timers are long but the health bars are short.
Oh, that is a sexy 83% right there. I mean, yeah, that spell card is pretty easy to do that with a bomb, but still, I'd like to see big numbers.
Yeah, he's bombing so that he can also point blank graze the big star ring, so he can have a next freeze ready right away. Because during a bomb, you can actually graze bullets. It's kind of similar to the SA Rainbow A bomb.
Bombs also cap out at 300%, so you have to use them at some point. You can't just wait forever for a better opportunity.
And also here comes a very difficult non-spell. He's doing this really scary, staying inside of
this is
pattern.
crazy. This is suicidal.
Oh lord,
This is not safe for children. Cover your
This is
eyes,
an element
Jan.
kill.
Cover
This is
your
an
thing.
eyes.
element killer too.
Good thing he's a full-grown adult. Good thing he's a professional.
Yeah,
At least
Leo's a
with
very
child
good
allowed
sport
to
player.
witness this.
Oh, nice.
Doing the famous KFC zigzag at the start on this final pattern.
まあまあまあまあまあまあまあ。
Both players are on the final spell of the first boss.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Always gonna
Unintentional
wants
death
to not
here
damage.
for Remelia.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah, he's trying to make sure to not hit Sapphire with the eyes, so he can get the most out of
On
this.
Gyou's side, he's trying to not damage Star too much because it's very low HP, but you want to move around so that the spawner of bullets moves
Ooh.
away from the bullet source of where things are getting frozen, so you can maximize the coverage of your screen.
Ooh,
And both players are out of stage 1, very good.
nice.
We're
This
not
might be
stuck
the
on stage
shortest
1.
stage one. Yeah, this might be the shortest stage 1 jail in TWC.
Yeah, normally you get stuck in stage 1 quite a lot. Also, this is a nice setup on the ring fairies here.
Boy,
Yeah, this is a real cool
oh
strat.
boy.
あーちょっ
A regular freeze with a bomb, so you freeze all of those fireballs. Because with a bomb you can freeze these fireballs, and the fireballs actually cover the screen a lot more than regular bullets, like these rice bullets over here.
One special thing about Great Fairy War's scoring system compared to other Touhou games is there's no point item value or game-long counters of resources or anything like that, you know. Every freeze is just raw score straight up. And that's part of why Stage 1 jail isn't quite so nasty in this game.
あーちょっといけなかった。
Yeah, you're not building up point item value in this game. There's only regular point items, which at most are worth 1,000 points. And then there's frozen items that which you get by either killing a boss pattern with ice or killing enemies with ice, which are worth up to 4,000 points, but they also get auto-collected, so in almost all cases they are 4,000 points.
These are
Not
different
very
bit bosses
significant.
right now on both sides, but they both look pretty scary, I must admit, with these non-freezable fireballs.
Yeah, it's very fast fireballs.
I'm clenching my fist as of right now.
Yeah, milking this the timeout is pretty spooky.
Yep.
And Lily,
ファミード。あー
Not
Somebody-
2 is gonna be bombed quite a bit here. We might also see some suicides here, maybe, depending on what gyou is doing here. Okay, he's going for non-damaging freezes. You want to get 30% ideally, because that gives you 20% perfect
え
freeze.
ー、ちょっと待って。
Whereas anything lower than that gives you 10% or less.
あー、下手すぎ。
And he's just missing them.
Yeah, that's
But he also
unfortunate.
doesn't want to damage. Yeah, he doesn't want to damage Lily too much, but he can afford a fully damaging freeze here, at least.
Now we've got some big
this
ices
is
coming up
pretty
on Gyou's side. We'll
Nice.
take a look. This is a pattern where we get introduced really well to the suicide mechanic in this
Ooh.
game, which
Oh,
of course makes you die, but it also a suicide releases a death wave that deals damage to the boss, and that damage supersedes the damage from a freeze, so you cancel the damage from your freeze when you do a suicide. And you can
Yeah, when
also
you do-
only do this strategy by suiciding, of course. So he gets these really
Yeah.
big ices doing this strat.
It does tremendously less damage, and then he is also doing a bomb here while timing out the mid-boss, because the bomb is just worth that much. So you do lose the frozen items, but the bomb is just so huge. Like you get like 700k or more out of those bombs. Oh, that was a
Yep.
nicely timed death bomb right there.
Then we've got the knife rinse, which they are in every route in some form or other, but this is the stage 2 version, while gyou is doing the stage 1 version of the rinse.
なんでこれ
alright.
Ah, he
Look-
fell. Then he's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, that was
recover.
not intentional.
A slight bit of stream frozenness for us on production, but nothing to worry about. Just
Pretty
a
clean
bit
so
of
far.
turbulence.
Alright, alright.
We got Sunny Milk on Gyou's side, the first known spell. This is also pretty spooky. Seems like a recurring theme that these fireballs are just going to ram up your ass.
Uh-oh.
I think
no.
this
Good
stream is
for
gone
us.
on our end.
Oh no, no, no,
Yeah,
no, no,
yeah,
no.
unfortunately we are flying blind here, but we can hear some sound effects from the streams, so we can
Boom,
use
boom.
echolocation to figure out what's going on.
Okay,
Still sounds
okay.
Well,
like
we
the
can
first
at least
one.
see them on the Twitch stream.
I hear
Yeah.
high performance. gaming. Get a lot of frozen.
Yeah, Leo at the very least is on Sunny, which is the highest scoring stage 2 boss in the game in A2. On C1 it also gets quite a lot of score, but especially a lot in A2.
あーちょっとちょっと
And we can hear Gyou having a bad time, I think, on Fatal Flash. A very difficult spell to survive. Especially if Sunny goes low on the screen, it gets very, very dangerous. And in this case, you have to actually milk it.
やばいカーフレが本当やばいな
Right, we're back.
Oh, yeah, okay, and Gyou died, I see, but we're... Yeah, commentary slightly behind it.
90%, that is nice.
Looks like
Alright,
we're back, and
Yep.
This is a very interesting spell that Leo is on too. The way that you set this up.
yeah, it is a little bit odd and very luck-based as well. First
Okay.
a cool point-blank grace. Oh,
ちょっとそれやめてください
it's fine. No,
We're good,
no
we're
time
good,
to
we're
panic
good.
here. Everything is working perfectly.
And this is one of the few spells where you actually want to lure the boss to the other side of the screen. You don't actually want to get them in the center here. Because of the way the bullets curve. Okay, on Gyou's side, there's going to be probably some ice grazing, and
Yeah, this
it's
is a
possible
really
that
cool
he might
spell.
suicide.
Yeah, he just did.
Yeah. Yeah, he might do one suicide, and then maybe there might be another one that's not necessarily en route, but when you ice graze this, there's a pretty high chance that you'll die because of the randomness of the spreading, and just there's a death right there.
Yeah,
This is
it's
very
so cool to
difficult
surf the
spell
edge
to
of the
survive.
ice. It's a great mechanic. Possibly not intentional by Zon, but it makes for some great gameplay.
On Leo's side,
Alright.
a huge bomb of 94%, 904k points. And then he gets into Diamond Ring, one of the highest scoring spells in the game. This one can be a make or break moment.
やっちゃったまあいいでしょいいでしょあ高いよ全然
Yeah, the openings on Diamond Ring show up in random places, and sometimes they might force you to make very tricky maneuvers or use a suicide to cancel the bullets, which you can do if you have spare lives without score loss.
下来て
Yeah, I'm not sure if his resources currently allow for it. He seems to have a fairly high amount of motivation though. Usually you come here with pretty low motivation, but I'm pretty sure Leo also does a little bit of a safer route to make sure that he actually finishes the credit. So he's also going to be behind on the world record pace going into stage 3, but his stage 3 is actually significantly better than what the world record was doing back in 2018. So even though he's going to be behind, he's going to be gaining a lot on stage 3.
This song is outstanding. I was gonna do that there.
かもしれないな確かに
Oh, okay.
やめてやめてやめてやめてやめてやめて 強すぎよマジ
I love the sounds that we the players do make from time to time.
やめてやめてやめて危ない
Yep, looks like we're both on stage 3
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, we can't really see the live feed at the moment, so we will be slightly behind on commentary for everything that's happening.
Okay, we're back for
さ
now.
いよこれでも一旦取ったい
So both players on stage 3.
そんな安くはないから
Yeah, it's very good that they haven't really been resetting.
もう繋がってたんならいいよそれでもしかないねこれはそういうこともあるんだ
No big deal. Production is
It's fine.
working overtime to get things running.
This is how we get paid.
Yep, indeed. Volunteering in TWC is one of the best ways to pad your resume with big achievements.
Yes.
Speaking of padded achievements, this mid-boss non-spell of Luna Child here for gyou. this is where you can kind of thick graze these lasers that break your eyes if your eyes touches them. They work like lasers in other games. You get a graze tick every couple of frames when they're in range, so you kind of chase them around.
Yeah, you want to time your ices in just the right way, so the lasers barely don't get to shatter the ice. So you have to actually take into account your ice power percentage in conjunction with the actual like regular timing that you're learning. Also, Leo is on one of the biggest non-spells in the game. This one gives a lot of score, and there's going to be a lot of suicides here. Just like on gyou's mid-boss spell right here, because both of these patterns give a ton of score, and you want to be bombing them both.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky so far with the ice spreads. Sometimes these bullets just don't spawn in the best way possible.
You can see just how crazy, like after like the last 20 or so seconds, Luna's spell goes into like this rage timeout phase that gets really like borderline impossible.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you don't get to know until you actually get to try some crazy stuff and like, oh, that is a thing.
Right. Meanwhile, we've got the mid-boss spell for RMY.
We gotta be careful
On
with
this
those.
one you also do this point-blank graze, but these lasers can troll you in a kind of a funny way where they spawn yellow bullets right next to you as you're sliding to the bottom. And they're very hard to see as they're on top of the bright ice.
Yeah, and those small little pellet bullets also don't get frozen immediately, so you have to like maneuver through them while you're also above the ice, so it can be really hard to see them. So far, so good. Oh, he almost got hit by one. That was very scary.
That was scary.
A little bit dodgy, but he got through.
Right, nice.
Yeah, very good.
Outstanding timing.
So he's probably going to do a bomb here.
We can also see how the stage section, the stage fairies for both players on stage 3 are the same. Since different routes, they share some of the same non-spells and stage segments.
That is...
Leo was deliberately doing a short freeze there so he could set up the next freeze to also be similarly big on the end. And doing a suicide on this big fairy.
Yeah, these are some new optimizations you figured out in what is TWC.
You also need to time these freezes in such a way that the knives expand a lot, which is difficult to learn. And you also have to deal with RNG after the positioned in a favorable way. You ideally want them to be in the middle of the screen if you can, but it's kind of random. You can't really control it after the first fairy.
Right. Has 3 fairies on it. And the way shooting enemies to gain ice charge in this game works is every target that your shot touches generates charge. So if you're hitting multiple targets, you get a lot of ice quickly.
Also, it looks like Leo is also on pace to beat his goal score of 127 million. He's currently like about 2 million behind world record. And I assume that he's going to be doing some improvement freezes on like improvement routes on this boss compared to the record. So this is definitely on pace to beat his goal score at the very least.
Yeah, both players have safety lives on the final boss where they can afford to die at least twice for gyou and up to 4 or even 5 times for Leo, depending.
Yeah, Leo is well ahead with his resources, at least in terms of lives, so he's definitely doing pretty good right now.
Really cool spell for gyou right now. Love this one.
This is actually one of the few spells that scores more on the lower difficulties because the fireballs and like the bullets go slower. So everything gets packed together more, but it's like negligibly more. Like 95% is still a huge amount.
Yeah, these are big perfect freezes.
Nice, yeah.
Then a nice big ice on the revenge bullets of the side fairies.
You can also keep this, like you can't leave the side fairies alive on these, but since the screen already gets so filled from Luna's bullets, you don't really need to. But there are some patterns where you want to keep the side fairies alive, especially the third non-spell. The pattern where you want to keep the side fairies alive as much as you can.
Alright. There you go, Sapphire.
And the second non-spell for gyou here on the left. These bullets are a little bit random that turn towards you, so you gotta be a little bit careful grazing this.
Nice.
This
Yeah.
That's a nice 40%.
And Yo's also shooting 2 fairies at the same time, so he's gaining ice power extra quickly here.
Let's see here.
Oh, he
Leo's
lost the
stream on
frozen
right.
items.
Oh,
Leo
He
is
lost the
going to
frozen
attempt to
items.
go.
yeah.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
And
Oh,
not only
nice
that-
kill on the first
Yeah.
spell by Leo here.
Yeah, you can do that strats where you use the last revenge bullets of one of the side fairies to capture the frozen items of the main fairy.
Yeah, that's very difficult to do. Because you kind of have to like be very close to killing Star, while also at the same time even getting the revenge bullets to connect with the
the
boss.
difficulty there is kind of in the user
Oh,
interface, since the health bar of the spell is about like 20 pixels on the screen, so it's kind of hard to see the precise amount you need to set up.
You're
So
gonna
get
have
some short freezes plus a bomb, because those frozen bullets weren't going to be on the bomb anyway, so it's just like an optimization he's doing.
He's still getting
And then
those
he's
nice
doing some
30%.
freezes that don't connect with Star. Some extra shooting to make up for the lost ice power.
Yeah,
And then
he's
he's
using the bombs now.
setting up for a speed kill on Ice Dissolver here. Because these fairies just get in the way with the lasers. So you just want to get rid of them as fast as you can.
Very good start here. Then he wants to start milking.
Yeah, and they're both on the same pattern right now. They're both on Ice Dissolver. It's just that both have slightly different variations.
And for the
And
now
astute
he's
viewers,
also
you
on
may
the
notice
first
that Ice
non-spell.
Dissolver is a very similar spell to the first spell of the first spell on the first stage of these respective bosses, which we will see later, but in a kind of a stage 3 version with lasers included.
And meanwhile, gyou is on a very important non-spare where you want to keep the side fairies alive.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Ooh,
third
yeah, that was
non-spell
kind of
both
scary.
areas, that is,
yeah.
It is a very scary pattern, one of the highest scoring, but also the most difficult in the game.
Oh, and Leo died
bo- bo- bo-
too.
bo-
He got
oh.
sniped.
Both players are having some rough times here. Very rough times.
At least Leo does have some surplus lives to work with. But
Yeah, both
for
players still
Leo's
have
case,
room for mistakes here without missing out on the 1000% clear.
Not only that,
yeah,
there's a
Leo just killed Luna. Oh no!
Hey, oh. Yeah, not only
You
that,
want to
like
keep Sunny alive here. Sunny gives a lot of score with these jelly beans, and you also want the jelly beans to not connect with Star very much, because
is
this
pretty tight.
non-spell can die pretty quick if you do too much damage to Star here. Yeah, so this was a pretty big score loss for him.
yeah, that is a pretty tight pattern, honestly. He didn't have so
I do
much room
like
to work
this,
with.
the spell that is on now.
Oh yeah.
Like a cheerleader spell.
Never thought of that.
やばい、これ打って大丈夫
Oh, what just happened on Gyu's
これちょっと話
Gyu's
して
screen?
I think he's taking a breather.
Little smoke break.
Yeah,
Smoke break.
he also just used the bomb on the final non-spell. He needs to make sure to still have enough PF to get to... Oh no!
We saw
Oh,
that.
that is
Oh
not
intentional
no,
then.
that is.
Unfortunately, he can't full motivation clear anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be a little too many.
He might still have room for one bomb, we'll see.
He's gonna do this for just to put a score on the table, but yeah, that was a big hit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's unfortunately about 4.
Then we've got the fourth non coming up for Leo on the right soon. It's also a tricky one.
Yeah, and also a very
Let's see if we
big non-spell for him, but that's why A2 scores so much, because all of Star's patterns score a lot. Okay, he's going for a bomb here, yeah, because he didn't point blank that. 69%. Brilliant.
Hey, outstanding.
Fantastic.
Ooh, oh boy.
He's got plenty
Okay.
of extra lives, so the 1000% motivation clear is not in danger, but you still don't want to lose the freezes. Because of
You'll
course,
also
if you
see
die,
that-
you can't freeze.
You'll also see that he'll try to ice graze some of these rings to get ice power back, so he doesn't have to point blank the ring, because that's like super dangerous to do.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
He's also going through some of the bullets that won't get frozen in the bomb.
The level of confidence that he
Really
has
good
with
ice
it too.
graze there. The
Yeah.
ice grazes here are so insane doing these quick
Yeah,
unfocused sweeps, trying to get the most you can.
yeah, you do
Even
this
doing
on
it
lower
while you barely
difficulties
get
too.
enough ice even doing it perfectly, you barely get enough ice charge for the next dice. It's very scary.
Yeah, so that's the last bomb he's gonna do until the final pattern.
And then we've got Fairy Overdrive for both players. A special thing about this spell, unlike every other spell in the game, is that the side fairies have a lot of frozen items here that you can capture, and they don't capture automatically. You kind of have to aim your freezes.
Oh no,
Missed the frozen items.
yeah,
No.
he missed the frozen.
Yeah. Yeah, ideally you get
least
all
he-
3 fairies with 3 skills. Yeah.
At least he has enough to finish this run with the bombs. Same for Leo. You need at least 240% PF.
Yeah, Leo could also use a suicide in between the spells here if he were short on PF, as he has extra lives, but he does not need to do it.
Yeah, he's way ahead on his motivation, so he's doing a pretty safe route for actually finishing with 1000%. Like the worst thing that could happen is if it happened like right at the end.
Yeah, he's passed up on some of the score opportunities from suicide into at safety.
And here comes Gyou's final bombs. Look at these.
Ooh,
95%. Yeah, these are almost 1 million. So you get like about 3 million on the final pattern here. And you also need the frozen items on these too, on the side fairies. So the final bomb here is gonna have the side fairies almost dead, then the revenge bullets kill the last fairy and get the final frozen items.
Outstanding.
And that is Gyou's first run.
Let's go.
100
100
million
million.
at least.
1を超えてるんだ
Nice.
これすごいな
Yes, he's
Yeah,
missing
unfortunately, he
about,
could have gotten 6 mil more, but
yeah, he's missing about
Sorry.
6.5 from not max motive clearing.
Interesting.
This is a lovely ending hider here. Can
I
you
do
name
not
all
remember these characters.
Oh, we've got Lilia Katsuragi on the right. We've got Mizuzu Hataya on the left. I think the one in the center of the left formation is Ume, and then wait, who is the blonde girl on the right here? The Luna child, so to speak. I can't remember her name.
Have zero idea.
I'm a fake idol master.
and it looks like Leo finished and got his gold score met, which is
Nice.
127.4 million. Great,
Nice.
nice
Yeah,
job by
it's,
Leo.
Outstanding.
Yeah, it's a
That
big
will
score.
definitely put him in the lead. Here
Yo,
with a nice picture of Vermilia.
I'm going to the store. What you want, dog?
Yep, Gyou's
Unfortunately,
ending
cannot
hider
read.
picture.
ちょっと
It is indeed from an idol gacha. It's from the new Idol Master game. Idol
Another
Master
one?
Gakuen.
高すぎる
Yep, they just keep making the new one every couple of years.
I mean, I should not
makes you think.
complain. I should not complain if Love Light is going for the same route. So. Love Light Soccer out here.
高すぎる
He even made his
108
his score even made his
だよね
in-game leaderboard Leo's. Place 6 or place 5. Yeah, it's a
ちょっとコメ
solid
ント欄い
start.
たら教えてくれない
Nice.
Yeah,
And
so we
it's
might be
wins in the
seeing
match
some more
already.
risky routes by Leo for these next credits here, because he can definitely he's definitely able to get world record with his current route and skill level, but he opted for a pretty safe route for this
Yeah,
credit.
yeah, he's got some new optimizations that were not known back in 2018 that make his scoring potential maybe about 2 million higher than would have been possible with in the Stone Age. So he's got a fair bit of room for mistakes while still getting world record.
It looks like he updated his splits too to 129 now, which is
Yeah, looks like he
almost
hot
just
swapped
about his PB. And the world record, by the way, for reference, I believe is 129.7. Yeah, 129.7.
Yeah, something like that.
And also the world record for C1 would be 108 million flat,
ゲーム安いんだけど
just about. So both players' PBs are pretty close to the record, so if we are lucky, we might actually see a world record live here at TWC.
That'd be crazy. Leo already has a fat 160 points on TWC score, so
Yeah, unfortunately,
very comfortable.
Gyou might have some trouble reaching 160 points. He might need the world record by, I don't know, 3 million or 4 million maybe, to reach
I
the
believe.
standard of TWC
The
score.
rubrics are not balanced in his favor.
Yeah, they might be a little bit skewed, but they're good enough.
Also, doesn't help that Leo is a very good player. He's actually gotten really good at this game in just a few months.
Yep, all his experience paying off. Hasn't he scored every single 2 game thereabouts? You guys know more about him, I'm sure.
Well, I don't know about all of them, but he has the overall world record in TD and UM, which is more than most people have. Like, I believe Leo is the only person right now who has more than 1 overall world record at this moment. The only other person that I believe had that was Oscar, or not Oscar, RB. RB had both LOL-K and UFO at some point.
Ooh.
Let's see this.
I think he might actually still have to.
On the left. Is he gonna nail the final one?
Ooh, that was
that was pretty sweet. That was
went right in the
sweet.
middle of the knives.
Yeah.
Squeezed right through. Got the
Not
spin.
impossible,
the knife
but man.
hitboxes are pretty scary in this game because they became round in this game, and so like the glow effect of those knives actually kill you. So it's really scary to squeeze in between them, unlike in like games like UFO and earlier. So you have to be extra careful with these.
Yeah, there's also some peculiar hitboxes with the fireballs in this game, isn't there? Where the yellow fireballs had smaller hitboxes than the other colors. Wasn't it that?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, my theory is that Diamond Ring was the reason, because sometimes you get walled by the fireballs, so you could like still squeeze between them. Which is, in this case, Sunny's second spell in A2, but I mean, it could also just be soon gramming.
Yeah, there's a couple of curious design decisions in this game like that.
I do not like this build card.
Yeah, there's also this thing.
Yeah, this is the same thing as Ice Dissolver is in A2, and it's quite nasty.
Yeah, it's just without
Except
the
this one might be a little bit
lasers.
harder even.
Yeah,
it's
no,
really
Speed on this is
fast.
a little bit higher, but there's no lasers and the density is a bit lower, I think. But
Yeah,
it is
that-
still pretty nasty.
yeah, it is nasty, but at the same time, you don't get to capitalize as much on the icing because they are way too spread out. Question mark in terms of trying to get score. But at the same time,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's also
the
very
speed.
difficult to damage control here, because a lot of the freezes are going to connect with the boss, and you could go for non-damaging freezes, but then you also have to survive for longer.
Oh yeah.
And in this case, gyou ended the spell at around 10 seconds left, so he could have technically milked it a bit more, but it's very dangerous, and I think he would rather just get out of stage 1.
Oh no, I do not blame him.
Historically, he has had a lot of trouble getting out of the early game. That was especially the case when he played B1, which is a frighteningly difficult stage 1. Like, even more difficult than this C1, or just C route in general.
Nice, that's a nice 48%.
Also, he's doing a bomb here on this final pattern, which is sort of new. I don't think he did it quite right, though.
Yeah, I think that last ring. Oh yeah, it did the same thing again. That ring didn't spread out as much.
You're supposed to go inside of the spawner of these rings as you're doing the bomb, and then also move down as the bomb explodes, so you can get a little more spread out of it. It gives you about just over 60%.
This
I think.
non-spell on Leo's stream on the right is so scary.
It is.
Yeah.
It's an absolute bastard. And he somehow hasn't died on it today yet.
Oh
Not the
lord,
cursing
do
or
not
anything.
speak too soon, good man.
He used to do that non-spell in a much harder way, where he would just stay inside of the round bullet patterns,
Oh
which
my
is way
gosh.
harder, and it doesn't even score more.
Yeah, it's kinda high gain, low
It's kinda
reward.
suicidal.
Except more like no reward. Unless you get very lucky.
We good, churros. We good. We didn't jinx anything.
Absolutely ethical.
Yeah, there's also this thing where if you die unintentionally, you can sometimes do a 100% freeze immediately, so you can like ice graze while you have invulnerability frames. That's something you can do on that second non-spell of Luna.
Oh, could not wreck. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was in the other one, but he already restarted.
Yeah, gyou reset on the ring fairies as he was trying to set it up at the top of the screen. It's very difficult to survive. when you do the freeze plus bomb setup.
時間ですと
Yep.
It's very scary. Meanwhile, Leo is in stage 2. He
Oh,
is
no.
continuing,
I think it's about time
not
for,
seeing any
for
resets.
not a smoke break, but a hydration break. You know, it's a thing for the World Cup, you know? For both World Cups. The small one and the big one. This one being the big one, by the way.
70%お願いまああと30%裏じゃ1回目はいちょっと
By the way,
そうです
today
けど
the small World Cup is ending, so yeah.
どうしようこれなんかよくわかんないことになったよくわかんないことになった
By the way, one thing I don't think we've mentioned, but there are spell card bonuses in this game, but for a lot of these patterns, you will not actually be bothering to get them.
なんか続行すると続行するようですよ
At most they give like a few hundred K, but a lot of the times when you bomb certain patterns, they already give more than the spell card bonus. So you will not be seeing a lot of spell caps, unlike in the survival match.
You're usual.
よくわかんないけど潰し入れてみよう
But like Environment Scout
な
level.
んかよくわかんないアグリル進行始まりました
Like
Yeah,
Manifest.
and also, yeah, in this game also you want to be side shooting bosses a lot because that will do less damage, but you still gain ice power and motivation at the same rate. So it's a very good way to get freezes back while also doing less damage.
Oh no, do not get stage 1 jail, man. Come on.
They were doing so well too.
Yeah, like fatigue will start hitting pretty soon, and yeah, it's gonna. I don't wanna call it out yet.
They've also been streaming for like an hour before here.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, that is. Yeah, that's gonna be doing quite a bit of a number right here now.
Yeah, this is a fairly intensive game to play for score.
よろしくお願いします
Like for survival, like basic survival, like basic elements, this game is actually pretty easy because you can cheese a lot of patterns with your ice, but once you're doing the scoring, there's a lot you have to keep in mind. It's kind of like a physics game where you have to like freeze a lot of things at just the right position, just at the right time, and also keep in mind your ice power percentage. There goes a lot into this, and there's also a lot of randomness that you have to keep in mind.
Yeah,
And when you
also
die
health
accidentally, you
management
might
with
have
the
to.
bosses, since it really is on every single color in the game that the timer is longer than the health bar, so sometimes you have to make freezes that control the damage.
No.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah, you have to be pretty flexible with what you do.
Yeah, that pattern. You also gotta do a lot of pattern manipulation, which you guys gotta reposition just to make sure the fairy will be shooting at the right angle. And oh my lord, oh lord!
だけどね
Yeah, boss position is also very important. In most cases, you want the boss to be like as close to the middle of the screen as possible. And there is this 1 in 3 chance that the bosses will horizontally move away from you, which can be very annoying.
Don't you like the RNG? Guys?
This is what. Yeah, this is one of those patterns where if you bomb, you would want to have Lily as close to the middle of the screen because it spreads the bullets more easily, and you get these nice freezes. Very good by Leo there.
Good stuff.
Stage heroes in this game also don't have collision hitboxes, which you do see in various routes, being able to just drive over them.
Oh, okay. Almost got hit right there. He kind of got forced to use a quick freeze, to survive that power.
中国スポーツがやる気は本じゃなかったからやっ
Nice.
ぱり持っても良さそうだけどここでわかる
Yeah, these rice fairies are also interesting the way you set them up. That's all on purpose, just to maximize the score out of the freezes you get. Like there's a lot of stuff that you do with like pattern or enemy manipulation.
外右にいるけど
Such portions can be pretty
左にもした方
interesting.
がいいしなんかすごい感じるんですよこれ
Yeah, here's my favorite law tidbit in the patterns. If you pay close attention to Leo's freezes on the right on Luna's first non-spell,
やばいやばい
the ice kind of spreads in a loosely crescent-shaped pattern over Luna if he freezes just right. Almost like a crescent moon.
Ah, I see.
僕全部
You know, Sun often has these visually themed bullet patterns in his games, but in this game he has some of these intentionally present state freezes, which are pretty cool.
There's also a pattern on the three fairies when Sunny's the lead fairy. I believe it's the second non-spell, where you can have your freezes turn into a 9-ball shape.
Ooh.
If you freeze from the top. But we will not be seeing Sunny as the final boss here. It's only Luna and Star. Leo's setting up the bombs here, point blank freezing those star rings just before they get frozen by the bomb.
Yeah, he's
Also making sure that these regular freeze don't damage the boss that much.
he's doing safety strats on that first spell. The high scoring strategy uses one suicide, but he is opting to put the life in the bag to maximize his chances of the 1000% motivation clear.
He's going a little bit more.
It was a bit of a safety freeze, you have to let go of that freeze early. Sometimes when this battle gets too scary, you have to release your freeze early, just so you can make sure you actually survive.
Yeah,
But
the
they
die
also
here
are
is
can be
just
non-damaging.
bigger scoreless than taking a bad freeze, so you don't want to die. And HP on that non-spell is very low, so the bots can just end your milk prematurely as well, which is what happened there.
Alright, gyou back into the spell card that I love the most.
Yeah, this one's a really cool spell.
You can bomb on that spell too,
my
but
god.
it's a bit of an optimization.
That is
Fortunate.
very infamous, yeah, infamous.
Meanwhile, Leo on Luna's final spell. The random movement of Luna here has a lot of impact on how you want to freeze this, especially on the non-damaging freezes. Sometimes you can get
Ooh, that connected
that are
too much.
100%.
Ooh, not again! Ah, I gotta love this spell card, man. Oh my god!
Every single time.
We need you, dog. We need you. Come on. We got this. You got this. You only got 30 minutes. You have 30 minutes. Come on.
It's plenty of time.
Leo on pace for 129 mil.
Yep, right about the 12.0, that's on his splits.
Yeah, the world record here would actually have 13 million. So like Leo's stage 1 and 2 are not quite as good, but his stage 3 is way better, so he can still
Yeah, he's taking this
catch the
stage
world record.
in stage 1, and you see it as well on his perfect freeze. He was capped at 300% for a while. That is what happens if you skip that suicide on stage 1, so it just loses you one bomb on stage 1 basically.
I'm sorry that I got at 33. Okay, 32 minutes and 45 seconds. Right, 10% more minutes. Got you. Yeah, I got you. Do not worry. I mean, yeah, sometimes 3 minutes might be the difference. You know, you gotta be precise. You gotta be precise.
Absolutely. Both players on a mid boss, fireballs on the other, no fireballs on one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But both of them are
lilies.
lightly black.
Make it double.
Although you can't really see that the one on the right is black.
Both players will also be reaching max ice power or like max shot power in stage 2 because of how much you score. So Leo will probably be getting max shot power on Lily Black's final non-spell here.
So what's the lore on Lily Black? Why is she black?
That is a good question.
Is it an Aki cosplay from POSV?
It might be.
Yeah.
Maybe she was coming home from a party with Aki.
She might be the announcer of Autumn, maybe? Question mark?
Quite possible.
She's Lily White cosplay in the Yamas. Sounds about right.
Get into this
Here,
big suicide
the big
pattern
one.
here for Leo.
Oh,
Yes.
And the boss here can troll you by moving into your freeze and taking damage, which ends your run. You can opt to freeze later
Yeah.
to eliminate the risk, but that loses you some points. So for the highest
Yeah, you
score, you
kinda
kind of
have-
just want to YOLO it and assume that you get the good luck and accept the run ending if you get bad luck, but he's playing it safe.
Yeah,
Alright.
you don't really want to take that risk. It's just too much score. Like on a serious world record attempt,
okay.
you might want to do it.
Missed out on the
but it's
frozen
like it would still
items.
be a run killer. Here comes another bomb to get all those fireballs. There we go. And another set of knife rings.
Let's see if we can get the clean knife rings this time.
And there's 130%.
Damn.
Oh,
Oh, okay, that was very risky
Very nice,
maneuver.
very nice.
Very risky maneuver, but
Yeah.
he clutched that up pretty good.
And he's got
It's
the
kind of
final
hard to
freeze coming up.
sidestep those rings right after the freeze, or like
Oh,
the
yeah.
fireballs in this case.
Yeah, he didn't get the full optimizations, but he got through pretty good.
Well, he's doing this risky.
Yep.
He's not
he's
killing the
skipping the
first fairy
suicide.
right away.
Yeah, he's skipping the suicide here.
Oh, he did now.
I guess that was intentional, because yeah, he's setting up a freeze here at the top, which is pretty interesting. It looks
He's
pretty
skipping
cool.
the bomb entirely to move the bomb to the first non-spell. I guess that's another safety route variation.
Alright.
Are we all looking at a frozen screen share, by the way?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I'll head over the multi-twitch for a sec.
Yeah, I'm over there too. He had to restart. Okay. Well, gyou had to restart. Quite unfortunate. And meanwhile...
So unfortunate, meanwhile, Leo is on the first sunny spell again.
Yep. Indeed.
You can see how the spread of his eyes, sometimes it just spreads everywhere, and sometimes it just gets choked near the bottom and the bullets cannot reach there since the ice covers it, so it's very random where you want to spread it wide at the start and up slowly, but it's kind of luck-based how it decides to move.
Ooh. I missed out on that last wave over there. Alright, cool. Not a big deal. Hey, outstanding. 69%.
Fantastic. That's a really big 727k.
Ooh, okay.
79. Pretty nice.
Oh, but no, he missed out. He missed out on the full side as well.
Well,
My feet is back.
looks like the Discord screen share is coming back to life.
Alrighty. What?
We're seeing Sunny first spell here.
That is a nice 82% actually. That was a pretty nice 82%. Unfortunately though. Big spoiler there. Missed out on the...
Okay, he's timing that one out to get the bigger freeze. I don't know
Yeah.
if he maybe intended on capturing it.
Yeah.
It will probably give him a little bit more score. There's gonna be a lot of some suicides because this pattern is very high yielding for bomb usage because of the fireballs. And also, Sunny is on a pretty good position here. She sticks to the middle. It's pretty good for the bombs.
Yeah,
and
most
these patterns
patterns in the
also
game,
come out
having
faster.
the boss go to the side is not what you want to see.
And this pattern also speeds up over time. Like the waves come out faster and faster, so you have to be careful.
Ooh.
Like the boss movement can really screw you over when you're doing your freezes here.
Get in the
That's a
diamond
And
ring.
here
Oh, that is a
comes the
very...
big one.
That is a very wicked version of Labyrinth of Lava. Maze of Lava, I mean.
Yeah, you can also take more safety here by freezing slightly earlier, which lets you start going through the maze a bit sooner.
Oh lord,
That was
oh.
pretty scary dodge.
Nice. Nice. Oh.
The gaps of these rings are like RNG aimed, so if you get unlucky, it can be really scary. You have to like go up and down really fast.
Yeah, this has been pretty
And you're
great
also doing
luck
it
so
sort of
far.
blind. You're also doing it a little bit blind because while you're in unfocused speed, you don't really see Cherno that well through the ice.
Oh, no, he's getting squeezed. Oh, he's getting... Oh, never mind. Oh no, he's gonna... Oh no, he kinda missed out on the frozen items again, but
No, he actually never goes for the capture and frozen items. He might not know that
Yeah,
it's possible.
Yeah, this is actually an interesting quirk here, is that there's two spells on this health bar, but there's only one spell that will give you the frozen items.
Perfect for the players.
Oh yeah, definitely. That is always true. Yeah, I got the
Leo
theory.
skipped the frozen items here, so he can get them on this spell instead. because only one of the two spells will give you frozen items here. It's of a weird quirk.
Got it.
So I guess that was on purpose. I think he's low on PF here. He needs to get more to get a bomb. Yeah, he just got it in time.
Nice.
It's
Alright.
just 1% to spare. You can also hear Leo's voice changer in action.
Hatsune Miku here, and then this World Cup. Oh lord! Oh no, never mind. That's not Hatsune Miku.
He might have an AI-powered voice changer of some kind running, but we don't know. Maybe he just sounds like this in real life. You never know.
You shall never know. You know the rule of the internet.
Absolutely.
All right, here comes up with the third stage. Back with Leo. To World Cup
Oh, and
2027.
Yo reset again.
Damn, man.
Getting a little short on reset time now. There's only going to be time for one finished run at this point. No takesies, backsies anymore.
Yeah,
We need you, Gil. We
unfortunately,
need
a
you.
full run is about 25 plus minutes, maybe 28. So Joe is gonna have to. He only has time to reset for this amount of time. He can't really. He can only do one more full run.
It's fine. He might be solidifying his tactics on stage 1, and then after that he's gonna be unstoppable. We'll see. It's all about believing.
Meanwhile,
Leo on
RNY
the
getting
big
to the
non-spell.
mid-boss non-spell right here.
Nice.
Did we talk about this
Yeah.
yet? How you kind of
Ooh,
go through... Yeah,
We did mention
did
it
we talk
briefly.
about this yet? How you kind of go through... Yeah, we go through 2 rings and then we freeze in a way that hits the rear and the front at the same time to get the big connection.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
scary
pretty
to
cool
cut
pattern.
through these rings. It gets really annoying if Star goes to the side. You really want her to not do that.
She's not very
Absolutely, and
backwards
Yeah,
right
this is
now.
not
there's a lot of optimization.
Jesus
really
Christ,
good as
Sapphire,
well.
please. Thank you very much. It's not that
You bleed
great.
a lot of. Unfortunately, you bleed a lot of score if she goes to the side, and she keeps not
She's keep
cooperating.
doing it. God damn it, man.
Yeah, that's a 1 in 3 chance,
Having
by
her
the
do
way.
it once, having her do it once is fine, since you want to do a non-damaging freeze anyway, and her being at the side is good for that. But if she does it more than once, you are a little bit host.
God damn it, Sapphire.
Yeah, it makes both the freezes and the bomb worthless.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Yeah,
see if
because, yeah,
we
as
get
you
through
can
these yellow bullets here, Milk and Dispel.
Nice 6-7%.
Brilliant. Really scary
Ooh,
yellow leftovers
nice.
now.
Yeah, those are solid 60%. Oh yeah, that's very solid.
And you
Yeah.
gotta go point
I
blank
know-
race very quickly, so you can't take your time going through them. You kind of just have to take the plunge at some point.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Yeah, and it's the 60% freezes that are worth the most,
Yep.
because that's when your score increases the most. Usually you reserve them for bombs like this one, for example. This is gonna be a 70 plus, I believe. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You see, that was also over 500,000.
Goddamn right.
And here he's got
Okay.
this cool optimized strat where he uses a 60% ice to leave leftovers that will make this second ice big as well. That is a new
Yeah.
invention.
Outstanding.
He figured it out.
What's that?
Yeah, I actually
think
came up with that in
intentional.
B2 when I was playing on normal mode. You wanna make those freezes shorter so that the next batch of fairies don't die
Oh, I wasn't
immediately.
aware you were behind it.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
the
they
great-
might
the
have
great
come up with
KFC
it
freeze.
individually.
Yeah, it's
They might have
possible.
come up with it individually because they would probably not think to look at a normal mode run. But yeah, like that's an optimization I did come up with, just like the rice fairies.
Oh, he's
How
kind of
you
short.
don't do 100% freeze to not kill a next batch of fairies right away. Like, it's somewhat counterintuitive, but yeah, that's pretty cool optimization.
Yes, Churro. Yes,
So-
Churro. Give us some stage
So
1.
he's got 60.6 million entering the final boss, which is it's on pace for improving his current TWC score.
Alright.
Yeah, yeah the record here has 1 million more. but he's also going to have some improvements going here, so he's definitely on pace.
All right.
And also his motivation is doing pretty good. He should be having 2 lives left over here, I think. Even if he, like, that's the number of times he could still mess up, I think.
If his motivation optimization is of high level, he could die up to 3 times, but is it? That is the question.
Yeah, maybe 3 times, but at least 2 times.
Yeah, it comes down a little bit to luck as well with various things, whether you can get fully damaging freezes on fairies to get 9% per damaging freeze. On over.
Might have also seen right there that he missed the backside of the ring. That
really shrinks the ice. It's the bullets don't look so fast, but the ice timing is much more precise and optimizable than you would think.
Yeah, ideally you would want the ice to just barely hit the bottom part of the ring that you're going through. That is like the best possible freeze that you could hope for. So Leo died on the final spell of Star. He seems to still be going.
Man.
Also kind of minimizing his shooting here on this first spell, the free fairies, just so he can get 100% ice power and streaming these fireballs.
Streaming.
If you do it right, it's a pretty simple pattern. Really the hard part is getting the frozen items on Star with the final side fairies.
Yeah, that is a very tricky thing to go for.
Yeah, you have to be very precise with your damage so that you're just barely not killing Star.
It also requires your damage control on Sunny so that she has just enough HP that you can shoot her to set it up, but not have her die too early or too late.
Oh, that was a very quick squeeze that he did.
Yeah, he's got a functional setup here. I think he's gonna get it. Yep, he got it. You can tell.
Oh, he missed it by a little bit. Damn.
Immediately
the freeze was too short.
Yeah,
the freeze was too short.
Yeah, the setup was correct, but he shot for like a split second too little. If he had a full charge freeze, he would have gotten it for sure.
Yeah.
It was just a micro optimization of.
Yeah, like the frozen items on stage 3 give a lot, both the side fairies and the main fairies, so it's kind of costly to miss them.
It's like 100k to miss those frozen items. It's a moderately big deal.
Yeah, I mean it can happen multiple times too, you know. It can
that will add up. Yep, it will definitely add up.
It's pretty easy.
But the bigger deal is the loss of swag from missing them. As the strat where you get them and succeed is just it's very cool. You know, you take this boring spell and then there's suddenly this awesome score instead at the very end.
Oh my god, this spell
You could also see that he was setting up his vertical position so he could do point-blank shooting on the first side fairy, because those omnidirectional shots that you get at max shot power add up a lot of damage.
And you can also mash while you're doing that, which makes you deal more damage when you're inside the boss's skill. Is the 8-way shot has no fire limit, you ideally can mash for even more damage when doing that. And the regular auto fire does not max out the true fire rate in this game, unlike in every other Touhou game. So mashing actually has benefits. Though the benefits are only really realized when you are hitting everything, including the 8-way shot on the boss, which requires being inside the hitbox.
Yeah, there's 2 firing buttons in this game. You have one that you can hold to also charge your ice, and then you just have an auto fire that you just hold, like regular Touhou games have.
Beware the spurs right next to the lasers, because those are the actual things that triggers the scatter the yellow pellets.
Yeah, the buzzsaws, as Kirby likes to call them.
The buzzsaws? I like it. I like that better. Yeah.
You could also use a suicide on this third non-spell right here that Leo is on, but that is another lost bit of knowledge in the ATS of Fairy Wars not being played in this category. Since if you suicide this pattern, the right side fairy will live longer thanks to the damage cancel from the suicide, but you know sometimes the knowledge just doesn't get found.
It looks like Star's taking too much damage.
Yeah, that was an unintentional death, but the damage was also in a dire state, so he might have not lost as much score from that as you might have otherwise, as he couldn't have done a big freeze anyway.
Ooh,
Very scary. Yeah, the damage control put him in trouble there. He couldn't have done a full-size freeze due to it, so the death actually wasn't as bad as it could have been. He was going to have to settle for small freezes anyway. It was the damage control that lost the score, and the death was kind of the icing on top of the cake.
No, not 67%.
Meanwhile, gyou is on a real run. He's got good resources, 700% motivation on this non-spell. He gets cursed.
What happened, man? Come on. You should have...
At least he's still got the bomb up in time.
Let's see if Fatal Flash will
Now
be...
he's also on Fatal Flash, one of the scariest patterns in the game.
Oh lord, yes. Oh my god, this is the first time I've ever seen this one. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the screen also flashes when it starts, so the already bad visibility gets even worse.
Oh, do not get closer. Do not get closer.
It's also kind of random, like how well these freezes spread, because sometimes you just get the oldest wave of bullets just gets frozen in one place instead of spreading around. Ooh. So it's kind of hard to also get 30% here.
Oh my god, what just happened? How did he survive that?
And the timer just lasts so long on this spell. You have to do so many waves of this nonsense.
He almost got out unscathed of this one. Oh, I know. At the very least, yeah. At the very least, he got that. Ooh.
Meanwhile,
well, hopefully he can make it to the end game.
Leo here on the right side.
Okay, okay.
That was a suicide.
Yep.
Yeah, one thing to keep in mind, by the way, is that if you see a death, but there is no ice being done on screen, then you know it's not a suicide.
These leftovers are such a bad time for Leo, but he was able to use a plant bomb to recover some of that situation.
Ideally, you would use a bomb on this final mon when Star's high up on the screen. That actually gives a slightly better bomb.
Yeah, he got hit way too many times at that point, man. Those were totally not intentional.
Yeah,
well,
it was going so well entering Sunny, but they kind of worked.
Back to stage 1!
Sorry, chat, he's back in stage 1. Let's pray he gets out of stage 1 this time.
It's fine. You only have 13 minutes and 23 seconds and counting.
Meanwhile, Leo is on pace to improve his speed-up score, should he capture Overdrive.
Yeah, I don't think he is on his goal phase, though. I think the third non-spell kind of messed him up too much.
Oh lord.
Yeah, 129 is not quite in reach anymore.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We are watching different struggles right now.
But you know, he's still he's still doing very well. Like in terms of like rankings, Leo, aka RMY, is actually well into second place. Like the third place, I believe, is 120 million. So he's far ahead of the competition, most of the competition. But this is also a fairly underplayed game, and most people don't milk out these routes quite as hard as Leo is doing right here.
Yeah, he's skipping one of the freezes to set up a guaranteed fall damage in freeze for the capture. Nice and safe.
Yeah, and his resources are looking good, so long as he doesn't mess up free berries, he will be getting a max motivation player.
Right, you get about 200% motivation on this final spell, so he had 1 extra life at the end still. A nice
yeah, it's about 220.
Yeah,
you need at least 780. And then in terms of PF, you need at least 240. So if Luna is the final, like the lead fairy, then you could go for riskier freezes actually.
Yeah, and he also skipped one of the bombs on either third non-spell or fourth non-spell due to the prevailing winds, so that also lost him some points.
And here come the final bombs on Leo's side. These purple fireballs are very fast, and those are exclusive to Star's equivalents of this spell card, because they are slightly different depending on who the lead fairy is.
Can we see, is it going to be a 128, perhaps?
Yes,
it looks like 128 to me.
128.38.
Very nice score, nice improvement in his TWC score.
What we want.
What
need
do
some
we have in the
prayers.
background
Further ahead of
of this photograph here? Is that a Walmart?
That sounds
Any
like that looks
Americans
like
here?
a 7-Eleven.
Is that what a 7-Eleven looks like in Japan?
I think so.
Well, we can't see it anymore. Now our feed is gone again. Oops.
Not again. Oh, we're back. Oh no, we're not back. Okay, we back. Are we back? We're back.
We might be back.
We might be so back. All right.
Let's see if Leo's going to change his splits or not.
It's fine. It's fine.
He seems to want to do it quite a bit.
Meanwhile, gyou, still in stage 1 jail, about to get back to Star's first spell after milking the sleeper spell.
You can also see that Leo's PB is on the screen that he got earlier in the afternoon for him, 7 hours ago. That is very close to world record.
Yep, just about 500,000 behind.
10
Well, still
minutes on
doing
the clock.
safety strategies for TWC where he skipped some suicides, so his scoring potential is significantly higher than with 2018 roots. Meanwhile, about to capture this spell like it's 2018 is gyou on the left, I believe.
I believe I can fly. I believe Cypher doesn't fly.
ゴッドレインだよ
Alright.
I believe in some routes you can actually bomb this spell, but it like scores negligibly higher if and only if you get lucky. So he's instead doing the bomb here, which is not something we're really used to seeing. But yeah, this is like the worst, the worst scoring bomb really. But
Looks like
it's not-
gyou went for a safety capture on the spell as well, not going for the full timeout milk, as he probably realizes that the reset time is running dry.
Yeah.
He has to get out of jail, even if it costs him some points.
Again.
He has to bribe
yeah.
the guard with his points. You get a sandwich. In jail, you do what you gotta do.
It is a dog world in jail.
マジ何か始める間だな
Leo with a fat 174 TWC score, by the way.
Yeah, it's a little bit large.
I would say it's very average. On his standards, though.
Perhaps.
Per chance.
This combat spell on Stars of Fire right here, I think it's pretty cool. You got this strat where you can direct it away from the boss to deal no damage or into the boss to deal damage. And then some leftovers depending on how you do it.
yeah, and the spawner is based on your position, and it gradually goes closer to you.
Yeah, it's a chaser.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Seki Vanki spell card.
A little bit, I can see it.
Yeah, like the
Alright,
chasing
alright.
heads are, I
いや
guess.
高いんだけ
Oh,
どな
nice. Okay, I think you got that. Okay, that's good.
いや
Alright, now get the
Yeah, he is
world
ahead
record.
on. He is ahead on his own on his world record splits, because I believe these are world record splits right here that he has. So
Ooh.
he was about 100k ahead of world record right now.
Not bad. Look at that.
Meanwhile, Leo wants
Ooh.
to be Leo is watching a replay on the right, giving us some fast-forwarded gameplay. You would love to see it.
高いよ
Fantastic
Yo
use of
succeeded in the ring freeze, so he didn't die. No need to reset just yet. And also, I wonder if Leo is going to do another run. He has about 6 more minutes to fight tooth and nail to get one more score in.
ね
6 minutes and 40 seconds.
Another freeze and a bomb by gyou here. I love these. 'Cause you would
Alright.
think that you would think that would score less because you do 2 freezes that all freeze different bullets, but because a lot of bullets overlap with each other, you just end up still gaining a lot of score from especially the bomb.
行くんだそれマジか
Yeah,
That's also
the way
how,
freezes and bombs in this game spread has some very unique interactions, and the bomb especially works a little bit different from the regular freeze.
It's also worth noting that while a bomb is active, you can't use any regular freezes, so you have to make sure to freeze do a regular freeze, then use the bomb.
うまいよ。
So that's how this is working, as you were seeing earlier.
Nice timing. 78%. That is pretty solid. Ooh.
And unfortunately, Lily's going to the side. That's not ideal.
I don't
know,
want
barely
to
30%.
jinx Gyou too hard, but this mid boss has gone well so far.
Ooh, that's gonna fall short now.
Okay, pretty good.
Alright,
Pretty
cool,
good.
cool. Okay.
But these might be a little. He can't do any
They're
damage.
very low on
He
the
freezes
hit
now.
points.
Oh no!
yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
afraid of that.
Yeah, he lost out on one freeze, or maybe on one bomb, depending on his route. That is not ideal.
Yeah, he could have maybe used the bomb on that final non-spell, but he might have also been like too far behind with his PF. So maybe the safer play was to just skip the bomb entirely.
Yeah, the damage control is very punishing. One freeze that deals too much damage can throw you off route and force you to lose out on a freeze or a bomb. That is really
Yeah, but like
the biggest danger on most spells and non-spells is that you deal too much damage. Even more
Yeah,
dangerous
this
than
Lily
dying
mid-boss
or getting
is-
a bad freeze.
this Lily mid-boss kinda has that problem where you can easily kill the non-spells too early, or at the very least non-2 is like that, because there's so many bullets.
That death is unfortunate.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Leo is trying to squeeze in one more run, it seems.
I thought he was gonna get killed on that one.
Getting close to 420 left on the reset timer.
While Sunny is blazing it.
Oh lord, that was kind of
Fireballs.
close.
Would you blaze milk that's been left out in the sun for a week?
I don't know, man. It depends. Am I that hungry?
Don't knock it till you try it.
死にそう。
Oh man.
じゃあ下来ないで。
Oh my lord. He's fighting for his life at this point.
壁来ないで。あ、壁来ないで。
Oof.
壁と上げて。
That cluster was looking for his number.
He's going to do one bomb here right at the end.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, oh,
You
oh,
can
oh,
technically delete the bullets on the right side of the screen, because those don't get frozen quite as quickly. Because there's a little bit of a quirk in this game where the actual area where bullets are allowed to get frozen
Oh
is
my
not exactly aligned with the game field.
This spell is so BS, man.
Oh.
Also, the height of the boss is random based on the movement, so if she comes low like she's been right now, you get
Yes.
even less time to react.
I'm so surprised he. I'm not gonna say anything. 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 I'm not
This
gonna
is
say anything.
insane, man. How is he living through this?
You're not being very lucky with the spread. Ow!
He got
Yeah,
the
that was
ice
a
before
mistake.
he got the ice before he died, so the score loss is not as large as it
Oh
he,
my
he
god.
only lost
man.
This-
he lost the capture bonus from that, but he didn't lose an ice, so it could have been much worse. The worst
Oh,
is if you
I
eat it before you get a
Kill the freeze one wave early, I think.
Whew.
That did lose him so
But he
score.
does still have resources to do his full resource route, I believe. Because the run up until
But
now
that's
has
not a
been
really
very
good bomb. I think he was forced to use that bomb, maybe.
And
Using a bomb when it's on, when this boss on the side is not ideal.
なんでそっち行くの？
Yeah, if she sidesacked twice, you're in trouble. There's just no good way out of it. Either you freeze small or you bomb small. There's no exit.
Yeah, he had to wait too long.
But some of this is also poor gameplay, as the boss has the 2 in 3 chance of following you. Some of these times he was baiting the boss towards the side, either intentionally or unintentionally. Ideally you are always baiting the boss towards the side where you can score better, but this was not the case this time.
Yeah, I should have grazed the bullets during the bomb on the right side of the screen.
It can sometimes happen on that non-spell as well, where he got bad luck that the pattern kind of corners you and you can't get to the side where you want to bait the boss. Yeah, it can sometimes be a little bit out of your control.
About the quirk that I mentioned earlier, like with how frozen bullets are allowed to get frozen, like that area is actually misaligned, and bullets on the very right side of the screen and the very bottom of the screen can't actually get frozen. And I don't know if anybody noticed that on the final pattern of this game, Free Fairies, but sometimes when you bomb that pattern, fireballs will actually still be left over that appear on the right side of the screen. Like, that's basically the reason why that can happen.
Oh yeah, I
It's
think I
fairly
remember
strange.
those. You can get those random funny fireballs that you can die to for style points.
It's
Definitely
not that
not
you
unintentional.
don't really die on it.
Yeah,
While
but
the bomb
you know-
is freezing
Oh
bullets,
no!
you can't actually die.
Yeah, you have
Man.
high frames
That was
during
definitely
during the
intentional.
bomb.
Yeah, that's. Still got one bomb.
Yeah, and you used it just in time for the... Oh, I think he didn't kill it.
Oh no, he did. Oh, he timed it out. Oh, he timed it out. Oh,
I don't know if he got the frozen items on the previous pattern, but if he didn't, then he lost those.
Yeah, hey, you have 15 seconds to make a decision, dog. Come
You
on.
can still reset. Go, go,
Let's
go.
go,
What's
let's
it gonna
go,
be?
dog. Let's go. Reset, reset, reset. Come on. We need you, man. We need you.
I don't think he knows how much time he has.
Oh
Okay,
no.
well, he's committed now.
Oh, he's committed.
Time's
Alright,
up.
guys, final round. All purchases, all scores are final. There's no devolutions.
Yeah, unfortunately, he is 2 lives behind right now, so he's not really in a good spot.
Yeah. I think at this point he's
So he's
gonna.
gonna have to skip some suicides here.
But he is still well on pace to improve his T-Dub score.
Yeah. If he performs well on this stage, he can still improve his PB, his TWC PB, that is.
Alrighty. Ooh. A little too scary. Interesting quick.
So Leo into stage 2, he has a little bit of a better
Oh,
stage 1 score than usually got.
oh,
yeah.
goodness
Fireball,
gracious.
And now he's off route for the following fairy, so we'll see if he can recover this. Okay, he got back on route.
Nice, okay.
It can happen in these games that you die once and then you're in a different position than you normally would be in, and then you choke the following section, but he recovered.
All things considered, it is surprising how he kept his cool the entire time, despite every single type of adversity was presented.
Let's not jinx him too hard.
Yeah, definitely not.
Any run that clears with 1000% motivation is going to be very significant.
That double jelly bean wave was kinda scary.
Yeah, you can get up to 800% motivation on the final boss, so he's going to have to skip some suicides, but the 1000% dream is still alive.
Yeah, he unfortunately can't do a lot of suicides anymore, like maybe like 3 at most. And he has to use suicides on this spell, so he's either going to have to skip them or he's gonna probably lose a bunch of score on this spell, which gains you a lot.
Oh.
Oh, and that didn't hit either. Yeah, he's definitely panicking because he's also.
No,
It's honestly over now.
No.
It's over. There's no guy back.
He was shooting after the suicide too, which is not what you're supposed to do. So he's definitely not like focused. It's over
he's
for
still-
him.
Hey, that was it. Oh lord.
Couldn't
Oh,
quite
that
get a
was.
max motivation clear.
Now it's all up to Leo and this 69-69 freeze.
Yes. Yes.
あんま良くないのしてる。
67!
あんま良くないのしてる。
Putting up a show for us at TWC.
皆さんしたいってもな。
If
I
only
think he
we
has
could have
less
seen.
resources.
If only we could have seen Dio's Ending Hider one more time with the Idol Master characters. But it wasn't meant to
何のこと
be.
でなさそう。
Alrighty.
危ない。これでバカ出るな。
I think for now Leo is in a pretty good position, but he might have a little bit less motivation than before. I think he usually had more than 298,
いいのビールとかさ、
or like 300.
不思議なんだけど。
But he should still be just fine to complete his routes.
Yeah, if he's going to do the safety routes where he suicides less, he misses out on one bomb anyway, which kind of cancels out the possibly low PF. Since it all just gets added up to the things you're missing from not suiciding.
Okay, so he's probably doing a suicide here then, I think. Yeah, there we go. And then this interesting looking freeze at the end. It is pretty consistent if you do it this way, so it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah,
There's
I think
always
it's
new strategies being developed.
yeah, I think it's a special low suicide route where you move one bomb to this first known spell to make it a little bit safer.
Yeah, you would otherwise use a bomb on these fairies.
Alright.
Not good RNG so far, but you don't want to have damaging freezes here, so you just want them to just barely...
Yeah,
I think the hitbox of...
her height is favorable when she's high for survival, but being at the side is not ideal.
Yeah, I think the area where frozen bullets do damage to the boss is about like the circle of the health bar. Like that area needs to not have frozen bullets.
Yeah, it's right about there. And the boss can move while your ice is in the air, so you don't necessarily know if your freeze will deal damage until your freeze is already in the air and the boss decides to jump into it.
Yeah, that's mainly true for... oh, this is a nice looking freeze.
Yeah.
That does work. The first one.
And that's a special feature of these sunny non-spells where, you know, the interval between the attack cycles gets faster, but the movement interval doesn't get faster, so the two desync, and it creates some very unfavorable moments for the player where the movement happens after your freeze is already in the air and you can make adjustments.
Those are very nice.
And on this spell, there's more waves after every cycle here, so these freezes can get bigger and bigger.
Which means more opportunity to get scoring at this point. Oh!
Yeah, it's also very random.
Oh no.
He might also need to do some extra damage here.
Oh.
Yeah, the ideal strat actually shoots the boss to death during the final freeze at about 0.1 seconds on the timer, but this is another forbidden knowledge strat that has been lost to time. And it's also fairly risky, but if you get it, it's super swag and you get the 100k capture on top of baby guys.
Yeah, and some items for what it's worth.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like 20k.
Although I don't know if you collect them necessarily.
No, you do collect them because you go high for the first bomb anyway, so you get to POC them in the process.
Yeah, that's true.
90%, that is crazy. Let's see.
Yeah, you can sometimes also get fireballs from the previous wave into the bomb when Sunny keeps firing these faster and faster.
Mace of Love on steroids.
Yeah, and here you also want to be on the side that Sunny is further away from.
Ooh.
That helps you to expand the eyes a bit more, but you would like her to stay relatively close to this to the middle. I don't think this is ideal either, that she's so high.
Yeah, ideally we want her to be as close to the center as possible, basically, usually.
Yeah, so not like this.
Yeah, this is a little bit unlucky.
And keeps going.
She's really not cooperating, man.
Yeah, this is definitely below average luck.
Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah, pretty rough luck. This final spell doesn't have a ton of score in it, but you do get a fair bit of motivation from making your ices connect on the boss, if you can. And of course, perfect freeze is also gained in quite significant amounts here. So, even spells and nons where you don't necessarily get high scoring freezes, the motivation and PF gains still make milking them quite worthwhile.
Well, he did die, but I think he's still doing fine with his resources. I think he's still 2 full lives ahead, at least compared to world record. And let me see.
Yeah, he's got safety lives for days. He's going to be able to do full suicides on the mid-boss and still have room for at least 2 or 3 accidents after that.
誰ザバンデルするぐらい
Yeah,
ですか
score-wise, he is fairly behind though, so I don't think he is on pace to PB with this.
Yeah, it's gonna be close whether he
外
can
れランス
improve his
外れラン
TDAP
ス
score with
外れランス
this
はい
with this
I
stage
don't think he
3.
can at least, yeah, I don't think he can at least reach the gold score he wants, but maybe a slight, PWC improvement.
500万ってことは
Yeah, maybe he could get
どうかな
1 to 8.5 if everything goes quite well. It could be it could be something like that. Perhaps not 129, but a little below that might be reachable. But it's gonna be very close.
でも欲しい
Oh yeah, that was definitely not, he definitely did not do that right. Those knives didn't spread the way he wanted. That one was a lot better. Oh, but then he died.
Oh,
yeah,
he,
that-
he
yeah,
did the
that's
same
good. On that-
thing.
That's up.
Yeah, it's literally the same spot that Gyo died in on
Yep.
his final run.
Yeah, that's really awkward because he had 100. He respawns with 100% freeze, so he was forced to kind of kill the next fairies from the next wave because of that. Normally, you don't want to.
Yeah, it's very costly to die there. That makes the odds of him getting a TW score improvement a lot worse.
運営さんにはスターレーザーどっちに
Maybe
つい
he's
てるん
one
ですか
major mistake away from having no chance. Not to jinx it or anything.
450万出れば
Definitely not, definitely not,
いくら
definitely
出る
not.
かな
At least resource-wise, he's still fine.
Yeah, the lives are plentiful, if nothing else.
So it's still possible that you can at least finish a
この
clean
時にいいボスだな
with clean resources. It's just a matter of how much scores you're gonna get. That looked like a very good bomb. She was high on the screen
yeah.
and the fireballs were well spread.
Yeah, if she moves high,
Also
you
one-
can get those 700k bombs after the 580k freeze, which is ideal, but it requires good positioning luck and a little bit of general luck as well.
What's also interesting is that Leo was doing the suicides low on the screen, and that actually makes the death wave do less damage to Star.
Yeah, that's why you often, if you can, use suicide on lasers or fireballs near the bottom, and not, by example, by
みん
ramming
な
the
違うの
boss.
かな多分
As ramming the boss makes the death wave move closer to the boss, which deals more damage by proximity.
Yeah, it basically does damage for
全
more
部抜
frames.
けてからアイスするんですよね抜けた瞬間にそっちに
By the way,
かかって
speaking of frames, Gasoline, who played extra in TWC scoring
あー
earlier,
せっかく攻めてたのに
he wrote a book on frame data for this game, and a lot of
Oh,
other
this is so
things in
scary.
Japanese.
Yeah, he barely dodging those spurs.
はい
Or the bus cuts.
教えてあいくらですかこれは
At least he got a final 6-7% out
知
of
ら
it.
なかった
Hey yo!
And yeah, it's true. Like Gasoline has done a lot of documentation of this game, like very high detail stuff. But it's all in Japanese, so you would have to translate it if you're not
66
well versed in the language.
Oh, cool, there, that was close. Oh,
That was a suicide. That's fine. That's fine.
for a
Very
second
close to
it
being
looked like it,
unintentional
but
death, though.
It's better that he has one fairy stay alive because after the first fairy, it's RNG whether the next fairy will show up horizontally. But this one was actually in a pretty good position, so this could be a fairly good ball right here. I think that's pretty good.
81%. That is crazy good.
And one more leftover bomb for these fireballs.
Nice.
あーなんか一応更
Yeah,
新
the
やるの
split here
面
is
白いな
rough
これ
entering the final boss. I think it's worth than on this previous 1 to 8.3.
2650出すといくつですか
Yeah, he is 2.5 million behind on the record, so he would have to like make up a lot there. But I don't think you can gain that much.
8号
Maybe half,
8号に8号
which
に
would be
2300
128.5, just as Turska said earlier.
あ、おしまいです。まあ、やるだけやると。
Yeah, the
Alright.
split is looking rough, but the resources are sufficient.
Yeah, Leo has room for at least one more unintentional death at least, depending on what he's gonna do here.
Yep.
Although the motivation looks a little bit low, it makes me doubt if he can... Well, that might have been the one he can...
That was bad.
There
The
goes the
motivation was-
one.
If he takes another death, he might get into a situation where
なにこれなにこれ
he's missing the max motivation clear by like 20%. It might end up being like that. But bigger than that is that he
see.
lost only a full big freeze to that death, which is minus half million. That definitely buries the run in terms of TDAP score, unfortunately.
Well, 6-7 says something else. 6-7 says we have fate. Oh, it's again. It's that
Another
again.
one.
Let's get a third one. It might be the charm. Okay, well, I mean, it's still better. It's still a better number.
Yeah, there's a pretty. It can make a pretty big difference if all of your freezes are better than compared to like a PB that you have, for example. It's pretty easy for score to add up, and like the theoretical maximum score that you could get is way higher than what you could realistically get in a real full attempt.
Speak. Utmost attention to the backside. All right. Not a big deal, but big mistakes happen when we just forget the obvious.
Let's see if he can get the frozen item capture on this spell card. He's setting it up, picking the fairy soul up.
Yeah, we did see it. We did see him succeed before, so we know what it looks like.
And you can kind of just memorize, since the way shooting in this game works is that every press of the Z fires a burst of bullets, so you can memorize like you do 5 bursts of bullets per cycle, then you do such and such.
He couldn't do it.
Accidentally.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
It's very hard to do it.
Yeah, he left 2 little HP on the side fairy, which meant he wasn't able to shoot it to get ice power, and that meant he had to shoot the main fairy instead, which was a little optimistic.
Well, he also shot after the freeze, so it was kind of doomed there to begin with.
Yeah, but the freeze was also too small. The power just wasn't there to make it extend.
I think he also bombed too late, didn't he? There.
Yeah, the bomb timing was definitely wrong there. It cancelled 1 extra wave. That also makes the bomb deal more damage, because normally the bomb deals partial damage and doesn't fully connect with the boss.
Ooh.
So he has to skip 1 damage in freeze as a result. Do a non-damage in here instead of a damage in. Do you finish the spell?
Okay.
Ice this over, this is so scary.
Yep. Oh lord! Oh my dear lord!
he almost ran into that, but then he took hit the brakes, took a U-turn, barely recovered.
That was a crazy maneuver that he did.
The traffic cops would not like to see you doing that on the road.
Yes, officer, he was racing 25 Volkswagens and 35 F-150s. Somebody stop this man.
It's kind of hard to see what Star's HP is on right now, but it seems kind of low.
She is kinda low. She's probably like half a second of being
Yeah,
tickled.
bosses flash in this game when they are low, so she's a tickle away from death.
Alright. Oh, nice.
Yeah, he ended it early.
Unintentional hit, that is game over. He can't max
You might
magic
have to
clear.
skip suicides now.
Nah, he can't 1000%, it's over. I'm going to be the doomer here. There's no fake hype here. Only death.
I'm gonna be the fake hyper. Alright, I'm gonna have. Sometimes we need a villain in this team, right? Hey, you got this, dog. You got this. Come on. You got. You see that 80%? It's absolutely. He has that dog in him. The frozen dog, but his dog nonetheless. See, it's gonna be a high 80%. Okay, well, I mean, it's still not a big deal. Still not a big deal. 80%, you know.
The bullet barely wasn't frozen, and it caught him right on the edge of the ice.
I cannot even defend that one.
Another one is especially unalived.
Yeah, and
nice
this can
bumbo.
also happen randomly based on boss position, where it's because Sunny was hugging the corners so hard on the top left that it was even possible for the freeze to barely not connect to that jelly. It is pretty rare to see that combination of luck that makes the ice leave those bullets able to hit you.
Could not defend that one at that point.
6-7.
Ooh.
Earlier at the start of this spell, he also purposely did a 0% freeze so he could set up the ice power correctly, because the first freeze he wants to keep. He doesn't want to do too much damage to Sunny. It's a small optimization to keep her alive for one extra
解
wave.
説してるかもしれないけど、通算で倒さなくても
Nice.
がっつり倒してもね、テンプ出る
You
ね。
sometimes do that on Luna's first, second spell.
He might be able to do 2 more.
通算で倒す必要はないので。
Oh.
Oh.
Nice. Okay, he has 1 more. Okay.
A little bit of overlay adjustment
Oh.
on production. Now
Still
we
a
are
little short.
perfectly aligned.
Nice. Oh man, he still was able to squeeze 3 on that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
good
unfortunately, he
damage
can't max motivation clear anymore.
Yeah, there's not quite enough in the tank for that.
I
You can
was
still
able
get
to-
about 300 to 400% motivation, which is a little short of 1000.
Like, probably the only thing he could do is, like, maybe try to maximize his motivation gain on Fairy Overdrive. By really
my
deliberately
goodness.
trying to
It-
get
it
those
won't
damaging
pay
freezes. But, like, that's still not going to make up for the 1000 motivation
Sick
clear.
execution on this non-spell. This is
Yes.
he's
Like,
nailing
Yeah, I
these
love those
freezes.
ice grazes. That
Regardless-
You
probably
have to deal with
bomb
these
because she
leftovers
goes
as
high.
well while setting up your next freeze, which is...
Oh, that
Also
little
pretty
fireball
nasty.
wanted to be special.
Yeah, that one was a little bit rough because she's close to the side, which makes ice grazing kind of impossible.
Also, you can see how the
Jeez.
boss moves right as they're releasing the wave. That means that if the boss moves badly, you actually get less grace opportunities because you have to run from defeat. You don't want to
Yeah,
get
the distance between the first and the second ring are going to be different depending on how Star moves. Like, it's easier when she moves towards you, like downwards. Well, at least on PF, Leo's fine, but yeah, the motivation is over. He's like at least over a life behind at this point.
It's not motivated
Yeah,
enough.
it's very rough.
I think he's not like changing his freeze execution. He's just trying to do it the normal way, just finish the run without totally train wrecking anymore. Those jelly beans, by the way, can still turn into fireballs because of the aura of Star here. That the little red circle around her is the aura that turns these bullets into fireballs.
Yeah, that also applies to the revenge jellies, as Casey was alluding to. Which looks very cool. And can
Oh
also
man,
kill-
that was almost got rammed. Oh, never mind. It's only one, so okay, that's not bad.
Okay, well this
Yeah,
next freeze can kill her.
Yeah, he's intentionally setting up a slightly bigger, longer freeze to guarantee
Nice.
full damage, get the capture.
Nice optimization there with the jelly bean freeze hitting Star to get a little bit more extra motivation. But yeah, he is like a full life behind. I think he's gonna get like 910% motivation at the end here.
Yeah, something
Just
like
about.
that. But
Imagine if
unfortunately,
Septim.
the score loss from various things, including the deaths, was also so great that even if it was 1000%, the T-Dub score would be not close.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's probably gonna get like somewhere around 124 million here. 123. Well, actually, you know, he'll get a little more, I think. Maybe. I don't know. No, I think that's about right.
That is a 92%. Oh,
So that
94.
was a little bit misexecuted, I think.
Oh,
Oh yeah, he's doing it
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, what is
He's
going
kinda
on? He's freaking out.
Yeah,
no.
yeah, he's gonna have to bomb these early, so like, there's not. Oh my god.
oh yeah.
Oh,
You
what
see-
is this,
that is
man?
that is a very rare event where you see the aura turning suicide bullets on this spell into fireballs. Normally this can only happen if you fuck up. So we did get to see that interaction. Very rare
Yeah,
moment.
now we just get to see
Shoutouts
that
to Leo
motivation
for
slowly
showing-
climb up.
She is standing
Yeah,
there menacingly.
Yeah, this is what would happen on easy to hard mode. Actually, you would keep the maid fairy alive because there aren't really any revenge bullets to kill her with.
Oh lord, that was
121.9.
regardless. That was
That's
regardless. That was a very great performance, like overall from Leo. But man, that was funny. That was a funny choke at the end.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate. But he
Yeah.
did get 2 finished runs with very solid scores.
Yeah, at the start he plays very well.
So, let's recap our results. First we have RMY, also known as Leo, playing for Team Mirage, bringing home the 128 million. for a TW score of 174 points. And in second place we have Gyou for Team Fossil with 51 TW points, solid 100 million in C1. An awesome artwork by a TWC contributor. This could be you if you sign up to volunteer for TWC as an artist or in any number of other amazing roles with great fulfillment and massive hiring opportunities.
Also healthcare.
Yeah.
Non-existent,
Yeah,
by
of
the way.
course. Absolutely. And dental care for your children. Not for your fairies, though.
Ah, okay, alright. No, you lost me on that one. You lost me on that one. Come on. Come on.
We can't be that generous, man.
Hey man, it's a high risk job, you know? I'm putting myself out there for the world. Risking the biscuit for the biscuit. Alrighty.
Looks like Sonos frozen 2 of the fairies in this image. For the 100%.
Cyrano, that is
What's Sunny
impossible.
doing at the bottom? But yeah,
She used
what is Sunny
surprise.
doing? Why?
She used
Why is
surprised that
Sunny
it's
not
100%. Yeah, that is a big lie, because if you get 100%, why is she alive, man? Come on.
Yeah, Sunny is
Ooh.
looking a little bit toned. Seems like now is the time to talk about the other red meat, embodiment of Scarlet Devil. We've
That's
got,
that's one of my favorite
we've got
games.
the fossil himself, KKGK, playing for survival here. What's his relation to the fossil himself, KG? Is there any? Is he his son?
No,
We
I
have no
don't
idea.
think so.
Just a suspiciously similarly named player, I suppose.
Yeah, there are some similarly named players in our community. We also have Himajin, who I believe has had the really big pop-off moment with Reimu 8 LNN, I believe. Is that the famous clip?
Might be. We got an idea, but I don't know. It's gonna be a very interesting match. EOZ is one of my favorite games to go to practice for LNB. Oh.
Now we're saying yes.
Are your books in Joya?
Oh, hey, no.
Show me your 100 books score, mate. Show me your license.
I cannot even read, man. That's all what I can say about it. I cannot even read.
I
Me
would
and
give
books
0
In
out
our
of 100.
TWC stream,
Me and books do not get
Disgraceful.
along. Books
we
are
also
like
have
my
Basti.
kryptonite. Basti,
Basti, I believe, is a fairly new player.
Oh,
hopefully these players will
And-
show more literacy than Shadnick here.
We also have PCB extra scoring, it seems,
alright,
next
alright.
week. We have Lua, who I believe has also been scoring this game for quite a while, just as Ina. Ina has been trying to get the Reimu B record for years, and I believe still has not succeeded yet. But I do believe Ina has been getting some records in other shot types lately, particularly Sakia B. It's gonna be
Yeah.
very interesting.
Actually, is this for the extra stage or the Phantasm stage? Do we have matches for both of them?
I believe it's just extra this year. I do not think there is Phantasm this year, but it
I
was
see.
there last year when Yusuke was playing, and I forget who else. But PCB is kind of a hard game to get people to score. Very brutal.
Yeah, the longest extra stage of all time.
And it's kind of the opposite in Great Fairy Wars in a way, where the cherry route is just... it's the length of the entire game, and if you get a border at the wrong time, you might find yourself in a bit of a hole.
That's for sure.
Yep. All Chen Yale.
Yeah, we can't forget Chen Jail. Chen Jail is a real thing here. I've seen Ina reset on Chen so many times.
Oh no.
A lot of scary patterns, especially the first spell that just gets faster and faster.
Oh, it's brutal. It's brutal.
We're being told that this has been going for 4 years straight, this exact match.
Jesus Christ.
I would certainly believe it.
Oh yeah, Gyou-chan in Fairy was scoring as well, going back to him. He has also played in every single match in it, hasn't he?
Oh, this one is gonna be interesting. Unconnected Marketeers.
Certainly almost all of them.
Yeah, he might have missed one, but at most one.
Oh,
We have Lunatic scoring.
that one's gonna be fun
DJ
to
Rock,
watch.
who I believe is also a fairly new player, and then we have, it says RB Kago Requiem, but it's probably supposed to be RB, who was for a while the overall record holder for this game, and I believe EBM also held it for a short while. So very strong players. Yes, absolutely. Well, at least for this match, I think QM is kind of not played that much overall, because it's kind of a game where you have to do a lot of waiting for your mallet to recharge, and there isn't really a whole lot that goes on, but I would say that the Sakia categories are probably the more interesting ones for probably most difficulties, I would say. And that is probably going to be all the matches for this next week, I imagine. It is going to be jam-packed next week.
Oh yeah.
And you can find the Touhou World Cup volunteering details and all the details about the scheduled matches at touhouworldcup.com or on Blue Sky, touhouworldcup.com.
Oh yes. Yes, please. Are you a very well-versed Touhou player that wants to put your thoughts into the world? Yeah, there it is.
Oh, it looks like
there's
we
another
have
one. Yeah.
one more match going. Wow.
Oh, we got 4. Oh Lord! And Lunatic Survival and Define Fantastic Object. Let's go. By the way, I got myself my physical copy from Touhou Fest.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
I am not familiar with two of the players here, Oslo Noko and Netkonan.
Oh, Slonko. I know Slonko. I met him last year. He was actually playing for Man of Faith last time. If I'm not mistaken.
Is he from Oslo, Norway?
That is a good question. Actually, we might need to ask him. He might be the ambassador of Norway.
It's very possible. He might be part of the royal family.
If we see him on a beak in Nuwa doing a row, he probably is. Yeah, he's a Man of Faith legend. Alrighty. Yep, back again with a volunteer. You might volunteer to be part of the team, guys. You just scan the QR code. You just click on it. Whatever you feel comfortable doing it. Yeah. Fill out the form.
We got all kinds of roles: hosting, streaming, tech, art, music, you name it.
Commentator. It's a big team. We want to be part of it. We want you to be part of it. And we got that thing on many. You know, I'm just gonna give it leave it like that. just click on it. Just click on it.
Yeah, Google can find you where Blue Sky is on the internet.
Alright, thank you very much for coming, ladies and gents.
Yeah, I think that's all from Touhou World Cup today. There was Lunatic scoring four big matches next weekend. Tune in.
Thank you for having me today.
For this jam-packed 4 set of matches.
It's gonna be a lot of action.
It gets crazier and crazier every year.
I
More and
know.
more players. We get stronger and stronger.
You're like a black hole.
Yeah, do you want to be part of the event horizon? Sign up either as a player or as support for this event. You can always use more planets that get sucked up.
Become spaghetti. Become spaghetti matter with us.
Absolutely.
I want to be spaghetti.
Me too. It's my dream as a man.
If only an Italian grandma would cook me in the spaghetti, my life would be complete.
I would like to be a butter spaghetti. Thank you very much, ladies and gents. That was a very good match. This was Shadnick.
There's KC.
Yeah, I was here too.
Yes, absolutely. Turska over here.
Ciao.
Our Pharaoh Wars legend.
Yes.